are all of the moves and stretches from your professional training in the course of my rehab? Why hasn't any of the many therapists covered certain moves the way you do? So there's a very important point I want to bring up for this question is there are many different rationales and they all have justification. So I will tell you the two kind of main camps or tribes. I don't like the word tribes. I believe everyone certain things work for each person, but the two main tribes when it comes to neurologic rehabilitation, in particular stroke rehabilitation, the two main tribes are one tribe believes that you have to get people to walk fast because the number one reason people end up back in the hospital is because they fall, and they have done studies and they have found that if they just teach someone how to walk fast, they have decreased frequency of falls. And that has kind of overrun our profession. We actually now have practice guidelines on it that if someone has a stroke diagnosis, that all the main goal of outpatient rehab for that person is to get them to walk fast. And most of you know this because you tell me that therapist is timing your walking every 4 to 6 weeks because that's what they've set your goal on. And so that's what they're measuring to send to insurance as far as your progress. Now, there's another camp that isn't as supported in our professional organization. So the physical therapy profession, I would say, does not support as much kind of the approach I take, which is quality movement. Now, my rationale for that, my defense of going in that direction is that the only reason they're going in the opposite direction is because they can't show strong evidence that teaching someone how to move properly at the end improves their overall function. So it doesn't improve their ability to be more independent, to get dressed better, to cook meals. They've looked at all of these things and they say spending time focused on quality movement does not improve those things. Where I disagree with that is that I see people 10 and 15 years down the road and you have pain. You have pain on now the strong side because you went right into walking and you compensate. Or you have a hyperextended knee and so now you have knee pain or you have arthritic changes in your knee. So that's one point. And so I feel like the downstream impact of that is not good. So what I always do is I just ask people what their goals are. And when I see people in person, which I probably don't do very well on the channel, is I ask, we can work on walking faster, you'll be more independent, you won't fall as frequently. And we work on that. Or we can work on quality movement and you can work on walking faster at home. And we set up a plan for that, a safe plan for that, either a hallway with walls on both sides, or we set up something where they can work on that at home. And most people choose that route. And so then I can spend my time on the things that someone can't do on their own, such as the quality movement. So if your therapist is not working on all the things you see on my channel, they are not doing anything wrong. I think I just believe there's a little bit more nuance. And when I ask people, a lot of people, they want to work on the quality movement. So they understand the risks and benefits of both. And then if they choose, then that's what we focus on in therapy. So your therapist isn't doing anything wrong. But that is also why I created this channel, is not to make anyone feel like they're not getting good rehab. It's just to offer you the ability, if you want to, because people voluntarily watch these videos, if you want to work on these other things and you're not working on them in therapy, which I don't think a lot of people are, then you have the ability to work on these things on your own. So you're not getting bad rehab and you're not getting something that doesn't have evidence to support it. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but I get nervous when people say things like that because I don't think my way is the only way, in no way, shape, or form.